Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. In this video, we're going to talk about solving a one-step equation that has addition in it. All right, a couple things for solving our equations that we need to make sure we talk about before we actually get to the problems. The first thing is we need to recognize what functions are in the problem that we're given. It is important for us to be able to recognize addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division so that we get to our next step, which means we undo that function, which means I'm going to use the opposite function with the same number. If something's added, I'm going to subtract. If something's subtracted, I'm going to add. If something is multiplied, I'm going to divide. If something is divided, I'm going to multiply. Okay, we're going to use the opposite functions, okay, with the same numbers to undo what the problem is so that we can isolate the variable by itself. Remember, that is our ultimate goal, is to isolate the variable. Okay, that is our ultimate goal in each of these particular problems. So as we look at our first one, x plus 3 equals 8. Okay, we'll recognize the fact that the function is addition and it is adding 3. The x is being added by 3. So to undo that, I have to subtract 3, and whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. You have to think about it like a scale. Whereas if I take 3 off of one side, I have to take 3 off of the other side in order for it to stay balanced. Okay, if I only take it off of one side, then the scale is going to be unbalanced and it's not going to be truly an equation. So when I take 3 off of both sides, these will cancel each other out. X is equal 8 minus 3 gives me 5. That gives me my final answer. Okay. In the second problem, x plus 9 equals 4. Again, we're dealing with addition. The x is being added by 9. So to undo that, to get the x all by itself, to isolate the variable, we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. Remember, both sides. So those 9s cancel. I'm left with x. 4 minus 9 gives me negative 5. Gives me my final answer. The way we can check these, okay, is to take the total that we have and plug it back in. So if I take 5 plus 3, do I get 8? Yes. So that's how I check and make sure I plug the 5 in for the x in my original problem. I'll do the same thing here. So I have negative 5 plus 9. Does that give me 4? Yes. Yes, it does. So that gives me that good there. So now in our last one here, x plus 12 equals negative 3. So I'm adding 12 to the problem. So therefore, I have to subtract 12 from both sides. Minus 12, minus 12. Cancel the 12s. X equals negative 3 minus 12 gives me negative 15. Okay, and our final check is negative 15 plus 12. Does that give me negative 3? Yes, it does. So that takes care of all of our particular problems. Remember, you undo what the problem gives you by using the opposite function with the same number. Thank you.